So welcome to today's Cad Sunday tutorial. Today I'll be trying to teach us how to go about modeling this. So let's open our SolidWorks. So let me open new part. So when you look at this part, the best place to start modeling is by the side, this place. You understand? Start modeling from this part. So I'm going to try to create this. I can use my side plane if I choose to, or my front plane depending on what I want. So let's use our right plane because it seems our model is like this. So let's use our right plane. So just portray it this way. So now I'm going to create what I am saying here. I can see this, so it's best to create this hole and these other holes. The distance of 111. Please, all measurements are in millimeter mmgs. So with that, I'll come here, create my center line. For ease, I would like to create another midpoint line here. I can choose to convert this to center line. I'll do the same also, create another here, convert it to center line. So this is where my two cycles will be. I have two cycles here, 1 2, same here, 1 2. Now to dimension from here to here, I know it's 1111 mm. Always make sure your mmgs. So now that I've done this, I've created this, I go back to this and I check. Okay, this is, let me zoom it in a bit. So this is 30 diameter. This cycle means diameter, 30 diameter and 52 diameter. This is 40 radius, that's 80 and 80 diameter and 50 diameter. So I go back to this 30, 52. So I come here, say diameter, this is 30 and this is 52, and this is 50 and this is 80. Please always make sure as you are creating your sketch, at the end of the day you have a fully defined sketch. So I've been able to create this. If I want this to show as radius, I can right click on this and then tell it I want it to display as radius. So I'll get it radius the way it is there. So the next thing we'll do is to go back to our sketch and then look. We have this to this is 60 millimeter high, and then we have this and this. We have we have this to be 22 from the middle, 22 here from the middle, 22 altogether. That's 44. Then from here to here is 3, that's altogether 6. So we can go ahead to create this. I think what I'll do is to come back to my sketch. The advantage of this line I created is I can easily just offset this. Say offset this by directional, and I say 22. So when I say 22, you can see it makes 22, 22, that's 44. So I don't need to recreate it myself. Then what I'll do is to also create another by this side, which is 3 mm. So 3. So it has created it. I don't need all these other parts, but first of all let me create this first for ease. create the under, and let me dimension from the center to this bottom to be 60 mm. So I've created that. So what I'll do is to delete this. I don't need all this. So I don't need all this. I can just, you may have a better approach of doing this faster, but I just like to do this. It's easier for me. It saves a lot of stress. So I'll remove this. It's best to, while you are doing this, you are also checking here to be sure. Okay, I don't need. So Ctrl Z, there's something I removed that I shouldn't have. So I need this. I don't need this. I think. Yeah. So this, I don't need this. I don't need this. Likewise, I don't need this. I don't need this. So you see, I don't need this. This. So you see, it was very easy to get this out of the way. So then the next thing I need to create is this part. You can see 5 mm to one side and 5 mm the other side. That's 10. So what I'll do is just click on this and say offset 5 mm. So it's going to create it for me. And then I remove the parts I don't need. I don't need this. I don't need this. I'm using trim to closest, so it's easier to create. So also I don't need this. Please, it's best you go back and check it properly to be sure you are creating this. So you can see we successfully created this. Now we need to now create the tangents by the sides. So when you look at this, be very careful. This is, it tells you what to do. Make this tangent to this and make this tangent to this. So when you are creating the line, you must satisfy this particular relationship, which is tangent and tangent by the other side. And you can see here is just an intersection of 3 edges, and here is a tangent. So you must satisfy this condition. So we go back, click on our line. So we click here and then come to the line and click. So we successfully created this. Now what we do is to click this, hold our control and click this line and say tangent. You see that there's this tangent relationship that automatically appeared here. So likewise, I do the same here. Click here and click here and say tangent. You can see the tangent relationship already. So we've successfully done this. You can see my sketch is fully defined. Always make sure your sketch is fully defined. So the next thing I'll do is to click on this, since it's now 3 points. Then I'll click on this. Just click on the edge. Don't click on a point, the edge. Make sure it's tapped to the edge. It will automatically create a tangent, but I will advise you, after doing that, make sure click this and tangent it. Now what you do is to click on this edge and click on this line and coincident it. So you tangent and make sure that it's on that line. So tangent and coincident. Now you successfully created your sketch. It's perfect, fully defined. You can see, why do I know it's fully defined? I don't have any blue edges. Everything is black, so it's fully defined. Now I can go ahead to do my extrude. Now to do my extrude, now you may be saying, why don't I create these hidden parts that are here? I don't need to create them now. They gave me conditions for creating this. They say 16 C-ball and 10 C-ball. That's what I need to create this. Likewise, this is a hex in this side. So There are different ways you could do it, but I will explain further. So what we need to do is to focus on this. Now we need to extrude this at the mid plane 70 mm. That's half of 70 by this side, 35, 35. You understand? So that's what we are going to do. So we go back to this Ctrl 7. You want to see it properly, then you say extrude. Now when you extrude, you are going to select the contours you want to extrude. Like I would always advise, you click on this and you select mid plane, and then you tell it 70. Now it's 70 here. You click OK. Now you also need to create these other edges, so I will advise you click this so that you keep seeing it. You need this part and you need this part. So go back to this and check the thickness is what is 10 mm. That's 5 5. So you need to create that. To do that, you need to click on this existing sketch. There's no need creating this sketch again, and go to extrude boss, and then you are to select the contours you want to. You need this and you need this, and tell it how far you want it. I want 10 mm. So it's going to create it 10 mm at the middle there. So you can see this is 10 mm. Now what you need to do, you've created this already. What you need to do is to hide back this sketch, hide this. So what you need to do is to create the holes. You can see here the counter balls. So to create these counter balls, what you do, first of all, you see there's a hole that goes through all of it. It's 11 mm. You can do that by saying, okay, let me just create this 11 mm hole that will cut across all this. Now you have to know how that hole is going to be placed. This sketch over here tells you it's 14, and it's at the middle. The distance from here to here 14, and it's at the middle. So you can go here and say, you click on this plane, you sketch and say okay, create your hole. Your hole, like I told you, this is your hole is 11 diameter. The distance from the middle to this point is 14. Now that we've gotten that, you click on here, I click here, and I click here, and you say let them be vertical. So you can see the sketch is fully defined. It's very key that you make your sketch fully defined, so it saves you a whole lot of stress. You can now say extrude cut through all. Just say through all, because you can see they let you know that it's going to this. It's an extrude cut for through all. So you've created this hole that you can see. You can see the hole. This hole that you are seeing inner here is the inner hole. Now you need to create this counter ball. The outside of this counter ball, the diameter outside is 16, while here is the depth here is 10. So to do this, there are different ways you can go about it. You can create the counter ball yourself and then extrude, or you just come here and say okay, your hole wizard, and then you select your hole, and then you come here to look for your counter. You can see this is your counter ball. So my counter ball is selected. Now you can see you need M10 because the width of the hole is 10. You need your M10. So you go, you tell it 11. You tell it okay, you want 16. That's if you want to go this way, but I can just advise you not to waste your time. You can go the other route by saying, okay, let me create them myself. You create another hole here and say let this be 16. So you extrude this 10 mm because it says the depth of your counter bore is 10. Extrude cut 10 mm. So you can see you've created the counter bore at this side. So the next thing you do is to create your helix by this side. So you can come here and click here, and then your hexagon, create your hexagon. Please make sure you align this horizontal and make sure this and this, they are concentric. It's at the middle and this hole. So what you need to go is check this is 17x, so you can measure from here to here 17. So how deep is going to be? It's the same depth, 10 hex. So all you just need to do is to extrude this 10. You have successfully created this. Now when you look at this sketch properly, you can see that the 3D gives you a better view. They are filleted edges here. So for those filleted edges, you need to check what's the fillet here. Fillet is of radius 9. So you come here and then fillet, you click here, you click here as well, here, sorry, pardon me. So you just go back, delete. So click here as well, and then you click here. So you successfully created your filleted edges, but it's of radius 9. So take that into consideration. Click OK. So you've created your fillet. I think we've successfully created our part. Now that we've created this part, we need to take into consideration the materials. So design this part, apply ABS. What is the mass in kg? So let me apply material. You can see there is ABS, but this is ABS PC. I want the actual ABS. So edit material, and then you look for ABS. You can type it if you can't see it here. So ABS. So you can see ABS, and you click apply and then close. So you successfully apply your ABS material. Now that you've applied your ABS material, you can now come to your evaluate and say mass property. So you can see that our mass property is 431.04 gram. You can see if you do your design properly, this is what you're supposed to get. I think one of the issues a whole lot of you did was to, when you created this part, at this point you did not consider the tangent relationship that was suggested here, likewise here. So you just coincide the point to the edges at the middle, which gave you a different mass at the end of the day. So it's very important that you successfully, all the relationship that is given here, you put them into account when designing, because a little mistake in design may lead to a big failure. So it's very, very responsible of an engineer to always take into consideration each of the elements of the design. No matter how infinite they may look, they are crucial to the whole design. So that's it. So likewise again, let me just check the mass for you so you see. So you can see this is what your mass is supposed to be.